Hello, welcome back to Lesson 19, Comparison Shopping, Unit Price, and Related Measurement Conversions. So on page S79, please write down, today I will solve problems by analyzing different unit rates given in tables, equations, and graphs. So now you are going to put together what you've learned into three and be able to identify the three different ways you can show your unit rates. Okay, so our first one, our objective is to analyze tables, graphs, and equations in order to compare rates. This is example number 1 on page S79. Examples, so where you talking about creating tables from equations. So you guys should be experts at creating tables by now. But let's go through this and practice it anyway because it never hurts to practice. The ratio of cups of blue paints to cups of red paint is 1 to 2, which means for every cup of blue paint, there are 2 cups of red paint. So in this case, the equation would be red 2 times blue, or another way to show it so that it's in a shorter equation. And I highly suggest that you pay close attention to this because as we go on through the year, you will go into doing algebra work, and so you'll be seeing this more often, where we have R equals to B, which means 2 times B, where B represents the amount of blue paint and R represents the amount of red paint. So basically you are replacing words with letters now. And later on you will be plugging in numbers in those letters. So make a table of values. So we know 2 things. We have cups of blue paint, which is represented by the letter B, and we have cups of red paint that's represented with the letter R. We've been told that for every cup of blue, okay, you're going to multiply this by 2, and that will give us our red paint, which is 2. So for every 1 cup of blue, there's 2 cups of red paint. And this is represented by this sentence or equation R equals 1 times 2, and that's equal to 2. So if we have 2 cups of blue paint, we're going to plug that in and over here, and we know that R equals 2 times 2 cups of blue paint, and we will be given 4 cups of red paint. So I would like for you to pause this video to complete the rest of the table. How much cups of red paint do you get with 3 cups of blue paint and 4 cups of blue paint? Okay, so Miss Sipple is a librarian who really enjoys reading. Oh, sorry guys, by the way, that's example number 2, page S79. Miss Sipple, again, loves to read. She can read 3/4 of a book in 1 day. I have a feeling that some of you can probably beat Miss Sipple and be able to finish 1 book a day. So this relationship can be represented by the equation days equals 3/4 books. Okay, that just means 1 day equals 3/4 of a book. Okay, which can be written, which can be written as D equals 3/4 times B, or 3/4 B, where B represents the number of books and D represents the number of days. Okay, always try to put what you've read in a sentence or an equation so that when it comes time to doing the math, you know exactly, all you have to do is plug in the numbers. You don't have to keep rethinking it. We know that there is number of books and number of days. Number of books is letter B, number of days is letter D. Okay, check out, make sure you pay attention to which way your letters are facing. So, number of books, letter B. We say there's 1 book. D equals 3/4 times 1, and that will be the number of days is 3/4 of a day. Okay? And if we say there's 2 books, okay, and we plug those in, that'd be 3/4 times 2, and that will tell us that it takes our 1.5 days to finish 2 books. So please pause this video to complete the rest of the table. How many days would it take her to read 3 books? And how many days would it take her to read 4 books? Now, lesson 19, example 3, which is sort of a matching game. So you should have pieces of paper on your table. Some have graphs, some have just the equation, and some have a table. You're going to match your equation, your table, and graph to represent the same unit rate. Okay, so you can work individually or in pairs. And here's an example. We have these 3 here. You'll see down here that represents 70 miles, okay, because it's halfway between the 0 and the 140. That's 70 miles. This tells us your miles equals 70 times the hour. And over here we have our table, and if we look at this very first one, if I divide 420 divided by 6, that will give me 70. So these 3, this graph, this equation, and this table are all equivalent or represent the same unit rate. So just go and work individually or in pairs to match these 3. Our lesson summary for today, which is found on page S83. So when you're comparing rates and ratios, it's best to find the unit rate. Okay, so what is the rate for each unit? And comparing unit rates can happen across tables, graphs, and equations. So basically when you boil it down to just 1 minute, so how long does it take for something to happen in 1 minute? How long does it take for something to happen in 1 day? That'll help you to be able to compare the different information that you have, and you'll be able to find out either how long does it take for something to happen in long, periods of time that's more than 1 minute or more than 1 unit of measurement, or you can compare which one is faster, right? So you'll definitely have practice in that, but get used to finding out the unit rate, because guys, this is something that you do use almost on a daily basis, okay? And you may not even realize it by now, but you do this a lot. All right, so your next steps are to complete exercises 1 to 3. When you are done and feel ready, you're going to get an exit ticket from the shelf. And your homework for today is the problem set questions on page S83. Again, we're doing more practice. Problem set questions on page S83 need to be done along with your exercises. So right now your conversation level is a 1. Write your name on the board. If you need help, you're working on lesson 19 exercises 1 to 3. You can go get water in the bathroom and go to the bathroom, but you need to ask for permission, and everything else you can do on your own. I can tell you're doing your work if you are solving exercises 1 to 3. Good luck, guys. Till our next lesson. Bye.